yards will keep this drive rolling. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets
that's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here for your fantasy rosters, and if you were a little disappointed about adding Cole Turner to your dynasty franchise or fantasy roster, maybe be a little bit more patient and kind of stick with them for a little bit, right? Seeing flashes of ability of playmaking so far, something EB was talking about. This has me wondering a little bit, and this is something I'm going to be looking for next week. Again, back-to-back practices, opportunity to see this team 3 days in a row. Logan Thomas has been making some plays. Cole Turner has been making some plays. Curtis Hodges has been making some plays. Haven't seen a lot of John Bates, so I'm going to keep my eye out on John Bates. Something to watch for again next week during the 3-day mini camp. But of course, before we get to that 3-day mini camp, we got to finish this week and enjoy the weekend. Hopefully, all of you are going to have a nice, safe, good weather weekend. We're going to change sides of the ball in today's episode. We're going to talk about defense coordinator Jack Del Rio and some of his comments on Thursday after the conclusion of Washington's OTA practices. That's coming up next on today's episode of Locked On Commanders, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And today's episode of Locked On Commanders is brought to you by FanDuel. Make a fast break to FanDuel during the NBA playoffs, because right now, new customers, you can get a no-sweat first bet up to $2,005.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Tight end right. 4 down. Alert.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Purdy. The quick slant caught. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Gould is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, Gibson. He will push his way down to about the 14. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing is Wentz. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Commanders